So, Krusty Towers is one of my favorite episodes of SpongeBob, and it's what I consider to be the funniest post-movie episode. It pays homage to the classic British show Fawlty Towers and does a great job parodying the struggles of working at a hotel. There is something that makes no sense about this episode though, and that's what we will get into today. Why did Mr. Krabs build a hotel?
Hey!
So, Krusty Towers starts with SpongeBob and Squidward walking to work and seeing that the Krusty Krab has been turned into a gigantic hotel. Mr. Krabs tells the two that he was on a fast food convention, staying at a fancy hotel, where the motto was, "We shall never deny a guest, even the most ridiculous requests." After getting the bill and realizing that there is serious money in hotels, he decided to turn the Krusty Krab into one. Now Squidward instantly makes a good point.
Why would anyone stay at a hotel in Bikini Bottom? It's in the middle of scenic nowhere.
But Mr. Krabs just kind of glosses over this. Their first guests arrive, and this guy has no interest in ordering a room. And then Patrick spawns inside the hotel to be dumb and hilarious.
I'll need some help with my bags.
How can you have bags? You just found out this is a hotel.
This is a hotel?
Duh.
Patrick is the only character that shows any interest in staying at this 12-floor hotel. And Mr. Krabs says it's a 17-floor hotel, so imagine how many empty rooms this would be. This points a very important question. How much money is Mr. Krabs losing on the Krusty Towers? SpongeBob and Squidward didn't even know about the hotel, so they couldn't have helped build it. Like, Mr. Krabs couldn't have done his usual, paying them 1 cent to build an entire hotel. It's not possible. Most likely, Mr. Krabs spent an enormous bag just to get this hotel built, and no one wants to stay at it. Patrick drops some of his most classic lines of the show and is then escorted to his room. This place apparently also has a kitchen because SpongeBob makes Krabby Patties, and the ground floor clearly isn't the old Krusty Krab, so Mr. Krabs would have had to build a new kitchen, which means even more money spent. This guy built both an elevator and escalators. Remember that this building is 12 to 17 floors high. By the way, this scene is one of my favorites of the whole show.
What's in these bags? Rocks? Hey, these are rocks. Why is your suitcase full of rocks?
I don't tell you how to live your life.
Look at Patrick. His facial expressions really sells the jokes here. It's kinda like that one scene in Suds where you can see him getting angry at Sandy while she's talking, and it's so damn funny.
Put Jackrabbit on a hot...
Oh, yeah, the rabbit.
Look at this room. This is a suite. There are multiple of these on each floor. Jesus Christ, Krabs, how much did you invest in this? Let's also take a moment to acknowledge that Squidward was about to kill Patrick with a rock. Also, Patrick is not paying for all of these patties. That's just... Matter of fact, Patrick has no income, so he doesn't pay for anything here. He has no money, as we see in... Is it Pat? Yeah, Pat No Pay in the next season. He has no money. The only income Mr. Krabs gets in this whole episode is from Squidward.
Welcome to the Krusty Towers, Squidward.
I've got cash. Go!
Here's your room key.
This episode moves so fast, and if you have seen my video on season 5, which might not be out yet when I post this, but this is a compliment, since this episode is comedy heavy, and a comedy heavy episode really can use the faster speed. Jokes come at the lightning speed in this episode, and we have cutaways and everything. Also, I know Krusty Towers doesn't have any guests besides Squidward and Patrick, but imagine how much potential customers it's losing, because it's only 2 employees are driving away to get home-baked cookies for 1 customer. And now this idiot is funding multiple complete room makeovers, while no one is at the register, by the way. This episode really is a masterclass in how not to run a hotel. Building a gigantic swimming pool inside one of the rooms is also not a very good investment. Just another appreciation for how Squidward is laughing with SpongeBob and Patrick in this episode. This episode is really mean, but still has a great vibe.
hotel was a bad idea for...
Yes, Krabs, this hotel was a very bad idea. What did you make, like a couple $100 from Squidward, your own employee? This was probably the most money wasted since SpongeBob and Patrick buried money. And now Krabs has to pay an additional $15,000 for the hospital bill. Couldn't have been me. And now we can assume he spent even more money rebuilding the Krusty Krab into a hospital in an episode we haven't seen. Jesus. No matter how much money Mr. Krabs wasted, this episode is fantastic. I don't think I will give it a rating since I have been very unhappy with my own rating system and how episodes I love score lower because I put points into so many different things. But it's safe to say that this is a gem and Krusty Towers is in my top 10 episodes of all time. Making it one of the 2 episodes that are not from seasons 1 to 3 to be in the maybe even top 20. But yeah, Krusty Towers, fantastic episode. Mr. Krabs, terrible hotel owner. Thanks for watching.
That was a hotel?